Hi guys, welcome back to another video where today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing 3 more Kaido house models. But before we jump in, if you do like this sort of content, make sure to drop it a like and subscribe if you are new, as it really does help the channel out. And also comment any new models you would like to see on the channel, and from what brand as well. But with that being said, let's jump straight into the first Kaido house model. And the first model we're going to be unboxing in this video is the Nissan Skyline GTR R33 Kaido Works V2. As you can see, this model is number 89 out of the series and comes in the nice purple packaging with a carbon fibre underbox. As you can see, got the GTR logo, the Kaido house, the mini GT, all the standard stuff you would expect. And on the underlay of the box, it's got the Kaido Works and the Skyline, just like the previous Skyline we did unbox in the previous video, which there is a playlist for all of the brands that I have done unboxing videos on, which you can check out on the channel. Now, this model, you can see obviously the packaging was a purple, but the model is this really nice deep blue. Now, the paintwork is absolutely incredible. Obviously, the decals are really well applied as per standard for a mini GT model or a Kaido house model at this point. Obviously, you know, the standout feature for these models is the opening hood, but let's not get around the fact the detail is also absolutely incredible, and these are some of the best models on the market for the money. For around £19 to £22 with a chance of a chase variant, these models are absolutely incredible. The sparkle in the blue is really understated on the camera, and honestly you just have to see it in person for how good it is. Obviously, it's got the very detailed engine bay and the really deep dish wheels, which do spin very well. Now, Mini GT and Kaido House do have the same issue where they're not perfectly round and they do have a little bit of a wobble too. Now, this isn't the end of the world, but it is just a little feature I have noticed. Now, Kaido House models are a little bit bigger than your true 164 model from the likes of Time Micro, Inno64, Tarmac Works, them sort of brands. They are a little bit bigger, and obviously the body kit does play into that, but nonetheless these models are proportioned very well, and obviously the detail is second to none. You can see that GTR badge with the really detailed headlights, obviously the carbon effect and the engine bay. The decals, like I say, are very well placed. You can see that GTR logo on the spoiler, also on the rear with the Skyline. Also the Kaido R33 plate, which I think is a really nice touch. You can also see that tyre writing, and there is a bit of the sparkle in the paint, which I did mention. You can even see the carbon effect on the pillar for the window, which again is just a really nice touch. But that now brings us on to the second model, which is this Nissan Skyline GTR R34 Kaido Works in the Hornet livery. Obviously, this one being the Tamiya X Kaido House collaboration, a very anticipated and sought after model from the Kaido House collection. As you can see, the packaging coming with the Tamiya Hornet, and the underlay obviously having the black and yellow with the Anytime Baby logo, which I think is very cool. Now, the actual car itself is really detailed, and in my opinion one of the better models they have released. Obviously they have released the R34 before, so this isn't a new casting, but you can just see the detail on this model is absolutely incredible. They've gone really full out in my opinion. Obviously the wheels do spin as standard, but it has got the writing on the spoke. You can also see on the rear that Anytime Baby logo, obviously with the carbon effects, the Skyline logo, the GTR badge. Same for the front, it's really detailed, and you will see that when you've got the up close shots. You can see that yellow roll cage really contrasting the model. Obviously the yellow, the black, very iconic with the Hornet logo, or the Hornet livery should I say. Obviously also having the standard detailed engine bay, which I don't want to understate how detailed these engines are, but obviously it is the standard feature for Kaido House models. You can see the Hornet off-roader and obviously the Hornet logo there again on the top of the model, with them carbon accents really complementing it. You can see the carbon fenders for the wide body, obviously the carbon hood as well, the carbon splitter, that detailed engine bay, also the carbon on the trunk as well. really complementing the black. Now you can also see the paint application is very well done. The decals, obviously, again, super clear and very easy to read. The Shizuoka plate or Shizuoka plate, not too sure on how to pronounce it, very easy to read, proportioned very well. Now there was a little defect on the carbon of the trunk of the model. Now I don't think this is a big deal at all, and it is just a quality control issue, but just be careful with these models. Obviously they are super delicate, but nonetheless it's a very detailed model. But that now brings us on to our third and final model, which is this more Christmassy style Kaido House off-road Datsun 510 4x4. Now, like I mentioned, this is the more Christmassy design for the 4x4. As you can see, got the more snowflake design on it with the blue. Very cool packaging in my opinion. Obviously has the Nissan, the Datsun and the off-road. Also coming with two surfboards you can put on top of the model, which as you see don't fall off, and they fit really nicely and just pop straight on, and they don't fall, like I mentioned. Really cool feature, nice and sturdy, and really easy to put on the model, as you can see. Obviously a little bit of an issue for me trying to look through a camera at the same time, but without that, obviously it's very easy. Now, as you can see, this model being the 4x4 has the off-road wheels, which I think are really cool. And as you can see, it's got the Nissan on the tyres, or the tyre writing, with them really nice off-road tyres, which I think, like I say, look really cool. Obviously spin perfectly, and the base is actually a screw base for all of these as well, so you can take the base off and change it to a different off-road car if you wanted to, something that I have seen done before. But you can see the detail overall is very good. You can see that exhaust is painted white to match the accents of the car of the blue. You can see it's got the grey bonnet with the grey hood with the number plate on, and the number plate on the rear as well. Now I would like to see a little bit more detail on the number plates, as they are painted on, instead of the normal plates that are on the R34, R33, where they are a little bit more detailed. Now nonetheless, obviously you can still see it does have the very detailed engine bay. Obviously got the Kaido House logo in there, with that detailed interior as well, obviously with the bucket seat, the roll cage, and like I say, overall this model looking very cool and a little bit different to your standard Kaido House models. Personally think the colour really suits the model. Obviously they do have this one in red, and I have unboxed that in a short if you do want to go and check that out. But you can see this one in a bit more detail. Obviously the grille very detailed as well, same as the rear of the model. Obviously Kaido House always doing very detailed models. Here again you can see the off-road wheels look very cool, and that tyre writing is super easy to read. Now on the rear you can see it's got them blue tail lights, obviously to match that more Frozen style Christmassy look, with that number plate, which like I say, I do think could be a little bit more detailed. But nonetheless, let me know what you think of these three models in the comments down below. Which one's your favourite and why? But I am going to start to wrap the video up here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, make sure to drop a like and also subscribe if you are new, as it is greatly appreciated. But like I say, let me know what you think of these models down below, and any new models you would like to see on the channel. Make sure to subscribe if you're new, and also like the video if you did enjoy. But thank you so much, and I'll see you all next time.